How are you doing, guys? It's Aldred here, and I'm going to be talking to you about Avengers Endgame. Two things I'm mainly going to be talking about. One, how are they going to save Iron Man? Who is going to save Iron Man? Are they going to save Iron Man? And secondly, how are they going to save the universe and undo the events of Infinity War? I'll be talking about a couple of other ideas I've had in relation to the film as well, so it's going to be a bit of a off-script rant, basically. Now, the first thing that needs to be solved before they can go and save the universe is how, if at all, does Iron Man get saved? Of course he gets saved. The film wouldn't be any good if he didn't get saved. The number one prevailing theory at the moment is that Pepper Potts saves Iron Man. Why? Well, Gwyneth Paltrow leaked a photo, and I say leaked because you don't really know when it's a deliberate leak and when it's a genuine leak, whether it's misdirection or whether it was actual whoopsie. I have a feeling this is genuine. Gwyneth Paltrow leaked a photo of her in a blue-looking Iron Man suit. Now, that gives the indication that she could be playing the character Rescue. And a lot of people also think, because Iron Man said the word rescue in the Endgame trailer, that she's going to come and rescue him. Her character will be called Rescue, and she will come and save him. This, to me, I don't know if I like the idea of this. I don't know if I like the idea of anyone saving him as such. It's not right. It's not right. Personally, I feel, guys, he can do it himself. He's a big enough man to do it himself, and I will explain that in a minute. But certainly the evidence seems to be strong that Pepper Potts could come and save him. But is she up to it? I mean, really? I mean, don't hate me for this, guys, but she doesn't have much experience of being in an Iron Man suit, knowing what to do, let alone in space. I just wonder whether that's really gonna be a push too far. You know, that requires too much. For want of a better word, I think that requires too much faith, really. And I just think it'd be a bit corny, bit cheesy if she came and saved him. Personally, I wouldn't want to see that. The second most popular theory is, potential spoiler alert here, guys, because of something that Samuel L. Jackson leaked. Block your ears now if you don't want to hear this. Captain Marvel can time travel. Spoiler kind of over. So Captain Moiler? Blummin' Nora. Captain Marvel may come and save Iron Man, ultimately. Again, I don't like the idea of that. We will find out what happens in the Captain Marvel trailer as to what abilities she has, what she can do, where she is after the events of Captain Marvel and the Kree-Skrull War, and what she's been doing in the meantime, in between then and Infinity War and Endgame. But I think that's the second most likely scenario in terms of who could save Tony. But again, I still wouldn't want to see it. I wouldn't want to see it. There's been other rumours, other theories. One, which I prefer the idea of compared to Pepper and Captain Marvel, is that Thor could come and save Tony. Now, he doesn't have his Mjolnir hammer, however you pronounce it. Don't even know how you spell it, but I think it's pronounced Mjolnir, I think. But he does have his Stormbreaker axe, which he gained in Infinity War. And Stormbreaker has the power to summon the Bifrost. If I remember correctly, Stormbreaker can summon the Bifrost. Which means, in theory, Thor could come and save Iron Man. But he doesn't know where he is. And without Heimdall, how's he going to know? Heimdall was kind of his man that he went to see visions and see where people were when he needed to go and save them. Heimdall's dead. But, you know, he's not going to come back. I don't think that will happen. I'd prefer that, because he's mates with, you know, Iron Man. He knows him on a personal level, whereas Tony Stark doesn't really know Captain Marvel at all. And, well, he does know Pepper, to be fair. He knows Pepper quite well. Personally, I'd prefer it if Thor saved him to the other two. But again, I still don't think that's going to happen. But there's potential there. Stormbreaker can summon the Bifrost. Personally, what I'd rather see, and I think there's hints to this, Iron Man kind of getting himself out of trouble, saving his own skin, with the help of someone else. Now, if you cast your mind back to the first Iron Man film, there are cinematic parallels here. He's in a cave, he's seemingly without any hope or any rescue, he's hungry, he's sweaty, a bit like in the Endgame trailer. He's got a vest on, a vest in both of them. In the first Iron Man film, he's got a vest in the cave, and he's got a vest on here in this ship. And he looks sweaty, and I don't get how he looks sweaty. Isn't space cold? Anyway, he's sweaty, he's hungry. Someone needs to give the guy some food. He desperately needs food. Just think about the amount of films we've seen with him eating either a bagel, a donut, shawarma. The guy's always eating. He's always eating. Forget about, not having his Iron Man suit. The most important thing is the guy needs a bagel. Get him some food. Yeah, there are cinematic parallels there, clearly, in my mind. He's without help. He's only got one person with him. And just like in Iron Man 1, they both have no hair. They're both bald. And the guy in Iron Man 1, the bald guy with glasses, I think his name is Ho Jansen or Ho Jansen, or Johansson or Johansson. I can't remember exactly. But anyway, the bald guy with the glasses. Sorry, die-hard Marvel fans, I'm probably killing you here. Yeah, he helps him. And he ultimately sacrifices himself because he has nothing left to live for. If you remember, all his family are dead. And he he sacrifices himself so that Iron Man can break free and get away. I just wonder if we may see something similar with Nebula. Now, Nebula and Tony were the only ones left on Thanos' home planet when the snapping happened. The decimation is the official term for it, but I prefer the snapping. Got more of a ring to it. They were the only ones left. It's pretty clear from the trailer in Endgame that those two are going to be on the Guardians of the Galaxy ship together. I can't remember the name of it, do forgive me. Not the original ship they had, but the second one. The one that looks like a swallow of some sort. I think Nebula's going to help him. And I think you look at the cinematic parallels, she's got no hope. She's got not much to live for. Her father is a maniac. Her sister has died. Her father's killed her sister. And what's she got left to live for? She may not sacrifice herself completely. She may not completely destroy herself, but I think she may give Tony a part of herself, because let's remember, what is Nebula? She's mainly technology. She is mainly machinery. And I just wonder if there's some part of her that is crucial and key, and that will provide Tony with an element. We know he's an inventor, he's creative, he's a genius, and he can create things, he can combine things, and the amount of times he's created his way out of trouble, he's created a way out, or created some hope, he's created the salvation. And I think this is a much more cool idea personally for me. It just means it comes full circle. He breaks his way out with the help of someone else. And I think Nebula may sacrifice a part of herself. This would be almost coming full circle, a bit of a cinematic parallel. And the Russo brothers love their cinematic parallels. He's lost, seemingly without help, but with one bit of sacrifice, one sacrifice from someone else, he's then able to take that, break his way free. And I'm hopeful we may see that, because I just think that would be brilliant. I think that would be much better than any one person coming and saving his ass and just doing it all for him. He finds his own way, like Iron Man always does, Tony Stark always does. He finds a way, and I think that would be much better. The second issue, how are they going to, once they've saved Iron Man, once Iron Man is free and ready to battle for the rest of the film, what's rumoured to be a 3-hour film, I don't know how they're going to do this. I'm going to be wetting my pants in a cinema. They're going to have to save the universe. Now, how are they going to do this without time travel? I don't think they are. It's pretty clear that we're going to have time travel in this film. And, how do you change the events of the past without time travel? It's pretty much impossible. We know, and we've seen leaked photos and leaked toys. It looks like we're going to get the quantum realm. And it's been hinted at heavily in Ant-Man and the Wasp about don't get sucked into the time vortex, Ant-Man. So it looks likely. We've had the leaked photos of the quantum realm suits, and they're gonna use the quantum realm. And we've seen the photos of Scott Lang, Ant-Man, Steve Rogers, Captain America, and Tony Stark, Iron Man, at the Battle of New York. An older looking Iron Man, it has to be said, but a younger looking Steve Rogers. But they're at the Battle of New York, and they've got these quantum realm watchy things on. And I think this is an indication that they're going to travel back to the Battle of New York. There's another way they could possibly time travel. And spoiler alert, as Samuel L. Jackson revealed, Captain Marvel can time travel. And end of spoiler. Because we now know that, I don't know if she can take people with her, probably not. So it's not likely that it would happen in that way, maybe. For me, I want Captain Marvel to be a part of this film, but I don't want her to be too big a part. She hasn't had her full trilogy yet. She hasn't, her film, by the time that Endgame comes out, will only have been about a month old. We don't really want her to be single-handedly saving the day, do we? We want that to be left to Captain America and Iron Man, the guys who are having supposedly their last films. I think it'd be best if they're the ones, the catalyst, they were the driving force, the key men, the ones that ultimately lay down their lives, one of them, or possibly both of them laying down their lives, which ultimately saves the universe and undoes the snapping. So I don't think we're going to get time travel with Captain Marvel in that way. Not necessarily. She'll probably time travel at some point in the film, but I think in order for all the heroes to time travel, they're going to have to use the quantum realm. They're going to have to. I saw a video with another theory, and full credit to the guy for this, whose channel is called Eman's Reviews. I'll try and put a link in the video down below because I can't remember in great detail, I've got to be honest guys. In it, he said that bath technology, which is the technology we see in Civil War, where Tony kind of reimagines his younger years with his parents before they died in the car crash. He uses a technology to say, and kind of show people at this presentation he's doing, that's how I wish it had happened. He reimagines what had happened before, his last moments with his parents. And there's Eman's Reviews. In this video, he suggests that Tony Stark, because we know he's a great inventor, he can create things and combine things, he could use bath technology in combination with the Reality Stone. Now this is rather interesting. He presents it in a very believable, plausible way. I can't remember the ins and outs and the details, but I'll leave a link in the video for the video down below. Go and watch it. I think it's possible, but not likely. It's plausible, but not likely that this could happen in the film. Bath technology may come into it somewhere. Certainly, it seems like one of those Easter eggs that Marvel puts in one of their films that it would seem a bit of a waste if it wasn't used at some point in the future. They've certainly said, the Russo brothers, that Civil War is a key moment in terms of moving on with future events. Civil War kind of changes things, and Civil War is what kind of leads to Infinity War. They can become divided, and if they weren't divided, Infinity War probably would have never happened, or at least Thanos would have never succeeded if Civil War hadn't happened. And so maybe bath technology will do something with the Reality Stone where, because it's called the Reality Stone, they'll be able to change reality combined with the bath technology. I can't remember exactly everything that was said in the video, but go and check it. It was worth it. You won't be disappointed. Now, one theory I have, not a theory, but one thing I'd quite like to see is, and I think this will be the case, Ant-Man's going to be pretty big in Avengers 4, in Endgame. And he's been mainly a comedic character. And one idea I had in passing the other day was a mainly comedic character who's there mainly to laugh at. What if he played an absolutely massive part? He will play a big part. What if Iron Man and Captain America aren't the only heroes to die? If both of them die or one of them die, what if there's a surprise casualty? And I just wonder, because it hasn't been confirmed whether there will be a third Ant-Man film yet. They had Ant-Man and the Wasp. They haven't confirmed whether there's going to be a solo Wasp movie or another Ant-Man movie or another Ant-Man with the Wasp movie. It wouldn't surprise me if there wasn't one. And it would be chilling, but rather epic, and I personally think brilliant, if Ant-Man, a largely comedic character there for light relief, sacrificed himself. I don't think the audience would be expecting that, but I think that would be something. But then again, it would also be very dark, because he does have a daughter to go back home to. But you can't have a great movie without, a great epic movie like this without huge sacrifice and a bit of heartbreak. Now, my last thought for you guys is a little bit, again, it's a bit of a rambling in my head. which is brought to my attention by a couple of friends and things, and that's the idea of parallel universes. Could the events of Endgame lead to parallel universes? I think yes, something could happen where we could end up with parallel universes, and it would certainly mean it would leave the door open for characters such as the X-Men to come in, Deadpool, Wolverine, and the Fantastic Four. If there were parallel universes and an ability to get to those parallel universes, I think that'd be quite cool. Different timelines, maybe. There are all sorts of different possibilities. It's possible that rather than Iron Man dying or Captain America dying, that one of them gets sent to a parallel universe to live out their lives happily. Who knows? So it's just an idea, guys, just an idea. Those last 2 points, guys, that was just me rambling. There's just some thoughts I've had. I don't know what you think. Let me know. Share your thoughts with me. You know, I'd love to see new theories, hear new theories, or just slight variations on theories that, you know, are already well recognised or that we've already seen before. I just love thinking about this, just looking ahead to the movie and thinking about what may happen. We've still got a Captain Marvel film to come, and on March the 8th. That's going to be exciting. I'm looking forward to that. Just think, it's only a month and a half away, and this is a really exciting period for Marvel now, and they're going to break into a new phase with Spider-Man Far From Home. The trailer's been released, which I'm sure you know by now. You'll have watched it. So we know that Spider-Man comes back. We know that. Nick Fury comes back. We know that. It's just exciting, guys. That's it for me today. Leave a like if you did like the video. A bit of a long shot. It's my first one. I'm getting used to this, trying to get some confidence going. These are just my rough ideas for the moment, but yeah, let me know what you think, and I'll hopefully see you soon.